Hi, everybody. It's David Lee here of Vital Health. Really excited to talk to you about the new Vital Health Quantum AO Analyzer and Treatment course that we are offering at Vital Health Life. I just wanted to present this uh, PowerPoint that we put together for you. So let me just start on the slide here. Slideshow. Slide. Good. So this company called Solex just launched this new device called the AO Analyzer. And it's really exciting because I don't know if you realize the old quantum resonance analyzer, which I still use and which I still teach practitioners about, only did the assessment. And to assess someone, you had to actually um, basically see them in person. And they would have to hold on to a probe and you would have to assess them that way using the quantum resonance frequencies. But with this new device, you can actually scan people using their voice frequency over Zoom or on a phone. So it's totally done remotely if you want to. They could come in person, but you can do it remotely as well. And you can treat with this device, which is something that's at another level. Now, I've known about this technology for a long time, and there was many different type of machines out there, or quite a few, but they're very expensive. And it was just not accessible for the average practitioner because it would run you about $30,000 to $45,000 to get the technology in the different devices. And this company Solex has combined most of the technology onto a custom smartphone-like device, which can be used like a smartphone, but also with all the technology on it for $475 US. So that is just incredible, incredible change in this technology field. Anyways, just a little bit about myself for those of you who do not know me. I've been a personal trainer since 1997, professional trainer as well as a holistic nutritionist. I'm a herbalist as well, Chinese and Western, shiatsu therapist, and an iridologist. Um, I've been in the health industry field for about 25 years. And one of the things that I've really tried to look for is proper assessment tools and a way to assess my clients, because the better you can assess your clients, the better picture you have of where they're at in their health so that you can give the right solutions and the right protocols. Now, one of the things I've noticed in the health fitness industry, being in it for as long as I have, I've just noticed that we're very fragmented. We don't have an overall assessment tool. Chiropractors use x-rays, wellness practitioners use hair analysis, um, other clinics use blood tests, saliva tests. I mean, everybody's doing something different, and all these tests do work, and they do have a certain level of accuracy. But I just felt that we're missing something, that we needed something more comprehensive, and that's why I went towards using this quantum resonance device, because it really does give you an overall picture of your client's health. With this AO device, it's even at another level. You can actually see not just the different vitals and the organ systems of the body, like the old quantum resonance analyzer, but you can actually do also, it also does the same blood test. You can actually see the blood cell count, and you can also see what's going on even in the body, and you can actually see a 2D image of what's going on in the actual parts of the body, the actual bones and the cartilage and the muscle, and see where the injuries and the free radical damage is. So this is just a very cutting edge. It's just really mind blowing what's happening with this technology. So the mentor that introduced this to me was Dr. George Grant, who has kind of been a authority on biofeedback and quantum resonance the last 20 years. I was certified him directly. He's been a friend and a colleague for over 20 years. And he's the one that took me through and introduced this latest technology to me. And he was also the one that certified me in the initial quantum resonance analyzer about 9 years ago. So this is just a little bit about him. He is considered a Canadian authority in biofeedback, nutrition, stress, and he's also called the Stress in Canada Wellness Ambassador. Scientist, toxicologist, nutritionist, pharmacology, and a naturopathic doctor. He has close to 375 paper reviews out, written close to, I don't know, 14 books. The man is very renowned and he has done a lot of work in the health field. Now, this a scan device looks something like this. When you order it, I have an actual link for the device. When you sign up for the course, you order it. I've become a distributor for the company. And it comes almost kind of like a smartphone package, as you can see here in this picture. It looks like a smartphone actually, and just a little heavier and more heavily built. You know, it's thicker and it's heavier. Now, this is what the screen looks like when we're doing the different scans, because it actually uses not only the voice frequency, and then through the frequency, it scans through the brain, the body, because your brain basically controls every cell of your body, as you know, or as some of you know. All right, so that's what your screens would look like when you're scanning. So why I created this course and wrote the book? Well, as I said to you, there was just a great need for a proper health assessment tool, and I believe that the AO scan technology um, has that. You know, you're getting a very well-rounded assessment. And also, the credibility of your health fitness business will increase because clients will see you took the time um, to learn a cutting-edge tool to further help their needs, and they'll see your practice as being more valuable. And you'll also see an increase in your revenue. You'll find that you won't have to work as hard because you'll be able to treat and scan people remotely. They don't necessarily have to show up, especially in Canada, in North America, when we have bad weather. I find that when it's bad weather out there and there's lots of snow, it's harder to get clients to show up at your office. So this is another way of being able to still practice without being interrupted by bad weather. I wanted to ask you, do you feel mentally exhausted from all the long hours you put in your health business so far? You know, are you at a place where you don't really have a lot of time for fun anymore, or your family, or some of your other interests that you would like to spend time doing? Do you have to constantly juggle a full-time job or other jobs to make ends meet because your health practice just does not pay enough? Are you scared of, cutting ties with bad clients who suck the life out of you because of the money? If this sounds like you, then I'm here to show you how to set up your practice so you can work less, charge more, and set up your health package so you can make more revenue without having to take on too many clients. What's different about coaching in this AO and nutrition training is I show you through additional life coaching as well, how to make shifts in your thinking, which will affect every area of your life. So you will start to attract more success in your practice. I went through the same challenge in the first 10 years of my health fitness business, where I was working an awful lot of hours. I couldn't get rid of some of my bad clients because I couldn't afford to. And I just found that I was barely making it. And I was putting out so much energy, putting in 40, 50 hours a week. And I just felt exhausted. And I felt that I needed something that was more efficient. And the AO and the quantum resonance technology has really taken my practice to another level. You want to command premium pricing and cutting-edge technologies to service your clients in your health and wellness business. You can work less, get better results with and give a quality service. So if this is something you want to do, then our AO Scan treatment and nutrition course is for you. I'll take you through our steps each week, the live training and follow-up for the 4 weeks, and we'll also have the pre-recorded as well. If you follow the methods, you work hard, and you stay focused, you will be able to start being able to treat and scan clients within a short period after you finish. Now, this is a two-way street. You have to also meet me halfway and work hard and stay focused and follow the instructions. But if you do, I can pretty well assure you that you will see success. I have graduates and I have people that have gone through my program and they're really starting to do well with their practice. But first, I want to find out what vision you have for your health practice, your business, and what changes you want to make in your protocols. And me and my team will help you get there. I've done it with my past graduates. You need to sometimes jump over the obstacles into the unknown by faith in order to move forward in your business and life. There's a saying, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things seen. This course will show you how to utilize this new technology of assessment, treatment, and reach higher levels of revenue in your business so you do not have to work so many hours. Have a more effective way of showing clients their progress, with the reports of the AO and what really is going on in their health so you can make a more accurate program to turn them around. Hence, you're going to have greater client retention. I want to kind of see what's going on here. Okay. Now, when I came across the AO mobile device that uses the voice to scan and treat the body, I found that it can also read the health state of the organs and systems of the body using the audio waves of the clients. The company Solex LLC has combined the medical scanning technology of MRI, CAT scan, and PET scan and ultrasound all into one technology using radionics, and it actually you get that in your comprehensive report, which you will further see in the courses. The AOScan Digital Body Analyzer is a combination of technology from Russia, Germany, Spain, Asia, and the USA. Most, if not all, this technology is based on the works of Nikola Tesla, Dr. Royal Rife, Albert Einstein, and others that have theorized everything physical at its most fundamental level is actually energy frequency. Biophysicists in Germany and Russia have pioneered the work of identifying specific frequencies in the human body, compiled a database of more than 120,000 different frequencies. These frequencies are the same in every person. Medical researchers in Germany believe that the health of an organ, tissue, or system or cell structure within a body can be identified by passing microcurrent frequencies through the body and measuring the current's resistance. So the science of this AO technology is explained quite well by Dr. Earl, who's an MD who's used as one of his assessment tools. Let me just bring it up and let's watch it here for a few minutes.
Hi, this is Dr. Earl with Solex. I'm excited to talk to you today about the powerful technology and science behind the AOScan Mobile. Now, if you will indulge me for just a second, let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. I practiced emergency medicine for 16 years, and it was amazing because I got to see everything that medicine encompasses, from pregnant moms, newborn babies, all the way up to geriatrics, where we saw strokes and heart attacks, neurosurgery, the neurosciences, etc. And it was amazing. Well, I ended up getting sick, and frankly, Western medicine didn't have an answer for me. So I started looking elsewhere and came across amazing, true science that absolutely changes the game as far as health and medicine is concerned. And one of those is the AOScan Mobile in Solex. Well, I've formed several companies that have helped move medicine hopefully forward in a very powerful way. But I'm super excited about Solex and the technology and the amazing science behind it. Now, in a previous video, I talked briefly about the basic physics, the core science that really makes it so that the AOScan Mobile can read what's going on in your body. And if you'd like a little more information, I'll refer you to that. But just briefly, would you bear with me while I do a quick review? So, if we apply all of the agencies, all of the things that medicine involves, then we need to start looking outside of pharmaceuticals and surgeries. And the reality is, if you look at atoms and what makes up the core basis of life as we know it, there is a nucleus in the center, there are electrons outside, and then everything else in between is energy. And some will say empty space, but the reality is, when we really go about measuring that, they are energy and energy levels. Well, again, taking the atom and breaking it down, that means we are 2% solid, 2%. Well, that also means then that we are 98% energy. So if you start thinking about energy and the impact it has in our lives, it becomes amazing and powerful. It's the other 98% of what makes up life as we know it. And again, this isn't just me saying this. This is core basic science. Well, because of that, Tesla referred to the understanding of the universe as having an understanding of energy, vibration, and frequency. And he later added resonance. So energy, frequency, vibration, and resonance. Well, let's talk briefly about each of those. So there's a lot of different types of energy. There's everything from thermal energy, sound waves, and the list goes on. And you can see the list there. There's infrared, and again, amazing different types of energy. Well, everything has an energy frequency. Everything has an energy signature, would be the better way to put it. Because at the core, they've found that, again, this goes all the way down to the atom. Frequencies has to do with how that energy is expressed and how it comes out. And it is really amplitude over time. Now, that may not mean much to you, but it means a lot to us when we start to measure that energy. And lastly, energy has a frequency and a vibration, so that when energy is applied to certain substances, it gives off a very specific vibration because of the makeup. And a perfect example of this is the tuning fork. No matter what you strike a tuning fork against, it will give off a signature vibration and sound. And that sound comes with an energy, a frequency, and a vibration. Well, when you start asking again and referring again to the atom, that this goes all the way down to the core of life, atoms have a very specific energy. They have a very specific frequency. And did you know they also have a very specific vibration? Scientists just recently discovered that atoms actually give off a sound. That's amazing. And so everything has a signature energy, frequency, and vibration. And that's how we can measure what's going on inside of your body and compare it to normal. So, atoms become molecules, molecules become cells, cells become tissues, tissues to organs, organs are systems, organs and organisms, and away we go, and that's all of us. Each with our own separate energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, in medicine, we've been using energy, frequency, and vibration for years. This is an EKG, and it actually shows a different frequency and vibration and an energy signal that we use to read how the heart is performing. We've done this for decades. Additionally, we have magnetic resonance imagery, MRIs. Now MRIs are amazing technology because we actually use a strong magnet to change the polarity of the cell, and then by pinging radio waves off it, we can tell what the resonance of that tissue is, and then convert that into an image. Amazing. So, just a quick review. Everything has a signature blueprint, a signature energy, frequency, and vibration. And everything can be measured, quantified, and compared against normal. And that's what we do with the AOScan Mobile when we read what's going on or scan our bodies. Well, let's talk a little bit now about how we balance things out and what happens there, because we're going to discuss what happens with resonance. Now, if you look at this, it says resonance describes the phenomenon of increased amplitude that occurs when the frequency of a periodically amplified force is equal or close to a natural frequency of the system on which it acts. Now, that's hard for me even to say. So what does it really mean? It means that tuning fork A, if it's giving off its standard energy, frequency, and vibration, is close enough to impact tuning fork B, that tuning fork B will actually start to sing the way that tuning fork A is. So it has an impact. That's amazing. Well, we know this to be the case because we can actually stack waveforms by putting waveform A and waveform B together to make waveform C and amplify those waveforms and add them together. And this is actually what happens when a soprano sings at a certain octave. She actually sings in such a frequency and with such force that as the sound goes around the glass, eventually it builds and builds and builds and adds on top of itself until the glass shatters. Did you know we can also do the opposite? We can take two energy signatures and give the opposite signature and then cancel them out. And this is what noise canceling headphones are all about. It's amazing technology because it has energy, frequency, and vibration. And now we're using resonance, which is the power of that energy, frequency, and vibration to either augment or delete the other waveform. So let's go back to the MRI, because we know in an MRI that different tissues will respond to different resonance. That's the power of an MRI. So it takes those cells, polarizes them, and then pings radio waves off them, and based on the resonance, based on the near ping, if you will, the near energy that that tissue gives back, tells us what to put on the image for the MRI. We even use resonance in something called a gamma knife. So a gamma knife allows us to do procedures or to affect tissues with radiation and other energy sequences, and a deep level inside the brain or other tissues where it would be absolutely dangerous for us to perform that surgery. But by putting different waves at different locations and then having them coincide at a location very specific to the gamma knife, it produces resonance, increased frequency, and it actually works as a knife to help destroy that tissue that we don't want. Amazing technology. So again, medicine is already using what we have in the AOScan mobile. This is just logic, physics, science applied in a brand new exciting way. Now wait a second. Everything has energy, frequency, and vibration that can be measured, and then it can be influenced by resonance. Is that what we're saying? Yes, that's what we're saying. And so when we start taking the AOScan mobile and we start balancing things out, that's what we're doing, is we are reading what your body has going on inside. We're comparing it to normal. And then we use a like frequency to try to move that energy back towards normal. Amazing. So it's no more complicated. It's no more simple, it's no more complex, it's no more amazing than just that. We measure it, we compare it to normal, and then we use that resonance to pull things back towards normal.
I hope that helped you. I wanted to kind of give you a better explanation by someone who's been using the technology longer than I have, and with a very high science medical background. The AO4 mobile can be used by any health or fitness professional who takes this course and applies what they've learned from the course in assessing and treating their clients. I have many of my students are literally within the end of the course are treating and scanning their clients in weeks. So there's a lot of practical application, a lot of practical training where I take you by the hand and I show you exactly how to deal with some of the cases that you deal with in practice. Whether you're in the energetic healing field or whether you're in the physical therapeutic field, whether you're a chiropractor, whether you're a nutritionist, whether you're even a fitness trainer. I've been in various fields. I've worked at various clinics and health practice centers over the years. So I can really show you how to use this technology in the various health service sectors. Just want to quickly give you kind of a short, I'm not going to show you all the video, but I just would like to show you a short summary of the video we put together showing you how it's done, just little bits and pieces, and then we'll come back.
Hi, my name is David Lee, founder of Vital Health Life. I've been a holistic nutritionist, trainer, and health coach in the health fitness industry for over 25 years. The one thing that I've observed in the health industry is that there is lacking a clear, simple health assessment tool which can give a comprehensive, detailed readout of all aspects of a client's health issues. I found a solution. How would you like to learn and use a health assessment device that could tell you specific health states of each part of your client's body and vital systems of the body, a nutritional report in about 139 pages, all online off a phone-like device like this? or tablet. Also, you'll get a 6-page report of their emotional and mental state in minutes using the latest cutting-edge frequency technology of radionics and bioresonance, and also treat them with the frequency at the same time. Radionics is electromagnetic therapy. It's a form of alternative medicine that says dysfunction in the organs and systems of your body can be assessed and treated by the applying electromagnetic radiation, such as radio waves, to the body from an electrically powered device. Bioresonance is a type of therapy used in holistic or complementary medicine. It uses a machine or device to measure the frequency of energy wavelengths coming from the body, and those measured are then used to assess weaknesses and abnormal states of the organs and systems of the body. Initially, I was using a similar assessment device called the QRMA, which gave a good readout of my client's health profile in a minute using bioresonance, but recently the technology has gone to another level, and the scanned results have developed to a much more detailed and comprehensive report. And what is even more impressive is you can treat your clients with the frequencies by reading their voice frequency as well as through a scan of the body remotely or in person wirelessly without touching them at all. Especially during this time of COVID and isolation, for many of you practitioners out there, this newer device and system, I believe, will take your health practice to another level, like it has mine. This higher level bioresonance device is a combination of technology from Russia, Germany, Spain, Asia, and the US. Most, if not all, this technology is based on the works of Nikola Tesla, Dr. Royal Rife, and Albert Einstein, and others, that theorized everything physical at its most fundamental level is actually energy frequency. Biophysicists in Germany and Russia pioneered the work of identifying specific frequencies in the human body and compiled a database of more than 120,000 different frequencies. These frequencies are the same in every person. And this technology actually initially was started by the astronaut space program in Russia. And they would use this, and the original devices were worth anywhere from $35,000 to $45,000. And I can tell you that this device is nowhere, it's just a fraction of that cost. It's very affordable. Medical researchers in Germany believe that the health of an organ, tissue, system, or cell structure within the body can be identified by passing microcurrent frequencies through the body and measuring the current's resistance. To help you review and get you up to speed in interpreting a lot of the measurements, or most of the measurements, at a basic level of the body's organs and systems, I have written a 185-page version 2 quantum analyzer guidebook to help you interpret the basic body's organs and systems results for your clients as well. Through the online course that we have developed, we review and teach basic physiology of the body and some of the main diseases that are common as well, so you have the working understanding to be able to do the assessments properly.
All right, so I hope that gave you a better indication. Now, one of the things that we haven't talked about is one of the amazing features of this technology that the older quantum resonance analyzer did not have is it has this really cool function menu on the device called SEFI, which is subtle energetic frequencies. And what it does is you can actually put the medication or homeopathic remedy or supplement on one side of the screen, and on the second screen you can put a sugar pill, or you could put a water tincture bottle, and you can transfer, imprint, copy the actual energy frequency of that medicine or of that homeopathic remedy into the water tincture. And by taking that water tincture or the sugar pill, you'll get the same effect. So this is amazing for people that are on severe medication. We've had cases where one lady, she had osteoarthritis and she wanted to cut down on her morphine. So she transferred the frequency of the morphine onto sugar pills. And taking the sugar pills, she was able to get rid of a lot of her pain. She's been able to cut down on her medication by a significant amount. So this is totally revolutionized. And it's also saving her, cost on medication as well. So it's just that's one of the functions that this machine does, that it just really is amazing. It's really at a cutting edge. And I've been doing this actually with my clients on some of my herbal remedies using water tinctures, and it's actually having the same effect. So here are some of the main functions with the AO device. There's the inner voice intuitive voice analyzer, which will use the vital scan as well as a comprehensive. These are different type of scans that give you different type of reports. The vital scan, which was one of the main scan and reports that we use a lot in my practice, which is you get to see literally over 80, 90 pages of just all that's going on and in their vital systems of the body, the different organs, and as well as what's deficient in their blood and their lipid levels, their kidneys or lungs, and even right down to the different pollens and different allergies that they have, as well as parasites. Comprehensive gives you more the scan and report of the body and the actual anatomical parts of the body, like the MRI. The CEPHI is the imprinting function that the machine does, I told you, of transferring frequencies of different medications and homeopathic and even supplements and vitamins. And of course, if you have an animal and you're concerned for your pet and your pet is sick, it actually has a function for treating and scanning your pets and animals. So there is an extra accessory you can order from the company, which is like a collar, which you can do. I haven't used it yet because I don't have a pet, but that's also available for you if you're concerned or if you're a veterinarian and you want to try this out on the animals that you treat. And also there's this amazing other device for those who end up ordering the device and you want to use it for yourself as well. I do what you call a quick scan, where you can scan yourself each day with your voice and you can get basic different harmonic. What they do is they've created different melody lines based on your voice, because your voice has different notes. So if your note is off that day, based on your voice frequency, because your voice is connected actually to your emotional mental state, what it does is they correct it and they give you corrective notes and frequencies underlined with musical notes for that note in like a kind of a melody tune. It's very calming, and you can listen to that for 3-4 minutes. They have frequencies with music that will calm you, that will help invigorate you, and you can treat yourself every day with that. So this is the wellness component of the device, where you can treat people with high anxiety and different issues, or if you want to change your emotional state as well. Now, with the course, you will learn also my 3 other health assessment tools, which I use, called the Health Consult Sheet, the Nutritional Food Score, and the Hormonal Health Profile. I've been using this for years. I've put it together. Number one, Health Consult Sheet is your typical intake sheet, but it really kind of is very well rounded, where you can kind of see where the lifestyle is at and what kind of medication and what kind of health history the person has had, as well as what are their priorities and what do they want to see happen in the health program, as well as the Nutrition Food Score, which I've developed, where you can give them a score based on what they write out and find out what they eat on a given day, and you can see what the deficiencies are happening in the nutritional profile of your client. As well as there's a hormonal 6-7 pager that you can actually assess your client to see which hormones are high, which hormones are low. If you see that your cortisol levels are high, you see that the testosterone levels are low, then that's going to give you some strong indicators. So this is what some of the forms look like. Okay. So when you do a proper interpretation of the results of the scan and the assessment forms, you will be able to design a more accurate health fitness program, remedy, or protocol for your clients, as well along with your services and modalities. An example of this is when we look at the hormonal assessment results of the, say, melatonin, which I have in the sheets, and the cortisol levels of a client. The client will usually also indicate in their health consult lifestyle sheet that they are not getting enough sleep sometimes, which we know affects the melatonin levels to be low. Also, if they are working a lot without getting enough rest and eating properly, their body will be under more stress. So this will be shown as a higher score in their cortisol level. Furthermore, on their food score sheet, you will see that the client is eating way too much sugar in their diet, too much coffee, which leads to increased inflammation in the body, which also will show up as a high score in their inflammation level in their hormonal assessment profile. So all these different assessment forms will help to confirm each other, which will just make a more clear sort of assessment for you, so that you can put them in the right program. Your programs, like your nutrition plan, will be more detailed and accurate because you will know from the scan results that they are low in certain minerals, vitamins, etc. Because in the vital report, you'll get that. So you'll see a faster change in your client's health and energy and ailments. You'll get a faster turnaround as well, which will just give you a higher success rate with your clients. Now, example of what can be done with a client who has scan results that show, say, a deficiency is in vitamin A, B, and C. You can introduce foods and good supplements that will correct that, besides treating them with the AO scan frequency that corrects as well as the cellular, molecular, and DNA level. You can actually monitor their progress as well as they're on the supplementation and changing their diet. As you rescan them every so many weeks, you will start to see changes in the results. I find that in order to grow in our practice and service to become more successful, we also have to grow in our character and sometimes change our attitudes and perceptions about things. There is a saying that I learned in my past success coaching programs. If the attitude is right, the facts don't count, because usually the facts, in many cases, is someone's opinion. As seen in the story of Aristotle Onassis during the Second World War. I don't know if you know, in the Second World War, Aristotle Onassis, the famous billionaire, a tycoon who was in the shipping industry, this is how he made his money. During the war, I don't know if you know, many of the ships were in harbors. They couldn't go out because they'd be torpedoed. They were scared of being hit by bombs. So what they did was, owners of these ships and many companies just harbored their ships for years, and they couldn't even get rid of their ships. So these ships were sitting everywhere in harbors all over the world. And literally, Aristotle seen the vision, and he said that, after the war, that there would not be enough ships because he realized that the war brought a global economy together, where American soldiers after the war wanted pizza, or soldiers that came home from Japan wanted, products and foods from Japan. People that came back from other countries now all of a sudden wanted the items and food and products from those countries that they were in. So it became a global economy. So he bought up the ships that were in the harbors for pennies, and he was able to start his whole shipping fleets after the war. And this is how he made his billions. What the course and device is not. The device is not used to diagnose or both show levels of weakness and strength. It's only shown, it's only there to show you the weakness and strength of each systems and organs of the body. We're not MD doctors, so we can't replace those protocols. So we have to be careful what we say. It's not a replacement of your client's medical protocols like their x-rays or blood sugar readings or their blood tests or CAT scans or MRIs. This would be a complement to that. Although many of the results that we're getting using the AO has been used by doctors, and many clients are actually reading the results to their doctors, and the doctors are using it as well. The assessment is not 100% accurate, but around 90%, 87%, just because we are dealing with frequencies and energy. And sometimes the frequencies of the body may be off. So there is that inaccuracy. But all medical devices out there do not have 100% accuracy. I just want you to know that. In fact, your blood test, your normal blood test, is sometimes only 50, 60% accurate, because your blood will sit actually in a container at the clinic for sometimes up to 6 hours before they look at it. In the meantime, the blood actually changes. Wanted to lighten it up here. Wanted to show you a little cartoon. I thought it was kind of funny. So the benefits: you'll see deficiencies in minerals, vitamins, trace elements at a cellular level. Therefore, you may not see the issue on an x-ray or blood test yet, but you'll see it here in the scan. You can see what is becoming weak before it is too late to reverse the ailment. You're able to give a more accurate solution or recommendation to help your client from the results of the scan, then treat them with the frequency of that weakness. The client receives a medical readout of what is going on in their body without the procedure of a blood test. It also has a CBC blood test component in the vital report as well when it scans you. So it'll actually show you the different counts. It is a non-invasive, and it can be done with the social distancing of COVID rules. And you can see weakness or deficiency in the body where they are too far gone. Hence, you can treat the client with frequencies early enough, possibly turn the ailment around. Increase your revenue from 100% or more. Leads to increased client retention because you give them better and more accurate solutions which meet their needs and give them results faster. This was why I was usually the top earner of most of the health clubs and clinics I worked at. Monitor your client's health regularly and quickly with cutting-edge technology. They come back for a scan treatment every week or two, while you were treating them during the week remotely as well. So that confirms the price that you charge. So I was able to charge more. I usually charge $250 for my scans weekly. Then because my clients know that during the week I'm actually treating them for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. You'll be able to offer a more comprehensive health assessment, greater success at health trade shows. If you want to track more clients through the trade shows, I've often had people line up for hours, and I would give a 10-minute scan, $20. And then for me to send them the results, I would charge another $20. So I usually pay for my booth within 1 or 2 days at the trade shows. Now with the AO technology, you'll be able to also treat people for 10 minutes. And so that's an added benefit with this new technology. And of course, after you pass our exam, you will be certified as well in the AO, as well as in my nutritional package, because I will actually teach you my 8-session nutritional package, which includes also cleansing. Those of you who do not have a well-structured nutritional package to offer your clients, you can also increase your revenue, because my nutritional package go for around $11. Okay, so again, this is talking about my nutritional package. It's a 5-level cleanse that you will also teach your clients. Um, you'll be able to use powerful probiotic and enzymes to really look for absorption and rebuilding, repair, and digestive issues. That's what it entails. I will be training you in that, about how to offer healthy whole food meal plans with the right food combining principles, showing you also how to use a food app for your clients as well to help them keep track of their macros and calories, and also how to do even a store session with clients, which I do a lot of ways, because it really is helpful to show them what to shop and where to shop. A lot of people just don't know. And of course, it includes my free ebook, hard copy of my nutrition book. Wanted to give you a little testimony here. One of my graduates, Sharon here in England, who she's a sports therapist, and she runs a whole clinic of practitioners.
Undertaking the Quantum Analyzer and Nutrition Live course has given me the tools I need to start working with clients, i.e. to give scans and readings. Without the additional training, I would have been quite limited in passing on nutritional recommendations to clients in line with their results. The once weekly set class gave me time to complete several case studies and formulate questions as they cropped up. Having a one-to-one lesson live meant that I could then present these questions and also go through particular scan results to ensure I was on the right track. Being a sports therapist, I'm well versed with anatomy and physiology, so I felt that I didn't need the course input in that area, although the slides were available to review. It was more valuable for me to review my case studies with David, discussing what recommendations I had given, and then David giving me feedback and further recommendations. I was able to glean lots of advice from David's knowledge and experience in him having worked with the bioscan for several years. This included many tips on health, nutrition, supplements, and exercise, and handouts were readily shared to support this. And all throughout the course, tips and advice were given on how to promote the device, with the last session concentrating fully on marketing and advertising. This, I feel, will be a valuable addition to my practice.
Okay. All right. That's my nutrition book that you'll be getting, of course, as well, along with my AO book as well. I've written an AO guide manual that you'll be able to use as well in the course. And here is a nutrition package on how to price your nutrition and even your AO scan packages, and how to deliver that. We'll actually show you how to do that properly, how to present it, and how to package it in your services. You will go through the different 5 levels of cleanses, as well as meal programs, as well as supplement consultation. Each one of my sessions in nutrition covers this with handouts. And the benefits of having the hard copy book as well is great, because you'll be able to go to the tested health results sections of the book, and you'll be able to glean through different case studies or different cases, and to see how to interpret some of your results. Before we course, you'll get the book, both nutrition and the AO. You'll get email support from myself as well as my team. And there's 2 hours a week or an hour and a half of question and answer live training as well, once a week, as well as after you have listened and gone through all 2 hours of your, or it may only be an hour and a half, depending on how fast you listen to it, of the recorded lessons per week that you'll have access Oftentimes I tell people, when you see people in healthful practices, that have very successful health practices, clinics and centers, it's like an iceberg. You only see what's on the top, but you don't see like an iceberg, the hard work and the persistence and the late nights and the rejections, sacrifices, discipline and criticisms, doubts and failures and risks that those people took to get to where they are at to establish that health practice. And I find so many people don't stick it out long enough to really develop their health practice. Robert Cavett said, character is following through on a decision long after the emotional high of the moment has passed. To stay on course in going after our dream, we need to always feel good now, because when you feel good, you are vibrating positive energy out of the universe around, so you'll attract more good things into your work, life, and relationships. Hence, it will be easier to follow through on your decision and commitment. Also, because success is not a destination, but a journey. I'm really going to teach you that in my coaching aspect, because I've really tried to show people that success really is a journey, and that you can learn to actually enjoy the process of developing your business as I work with you, and learn to listen to the audios and not to come from a place of fear, but to come from a place of faith and really start visualizing what it is you want to create in your practice. And you will start seeing things happen. So here's some more testimonials. Just because of time, I don't want to get into it, but we can look at Yvonne here, who is head of the African Association of Health Practitioners in New York. And she also was a wellness practitioner of many years. So we can just listen to her here for a couple minutes.
Greetings. I'm Sister Shai with the African Holistic Health Chapter of New York. And I'm just making this little video as a testimonial for the Quantum Resonance course, as well as the device. As also give a loud hand of applause to Professor David Lee. Really enjoyed the course. Love the video presentations, how he augment other videos into what he's teaching, as well as the ebook that you get. That's pretty enormous. I find that very helpful. Been pretty busy since graduation. Been doing lots and lots of full body scans. The results can be quite overwhelming for some. When you do the scan, it takes about a minute or so. And you get 2 reports.
Okay, so I just wanted to give you more testimonials there of some of the graduates. So here's a little synopsis of what the table of contents looks like in our AO book as well. Now, this is what some of the reports look like. This is in the vitals report of the AO, the digestive function. This is in the book. I have a section, in correlation to what you're looking at on the AO screen. When you're running the program and the device, you'll be able to go to that section in the book as well. So I've made the book very much a hands-on sort of practical guide as well. We're going to teach you, we're not going to leave you high and dry even near the end of the course. I'm going to show you how to charge for the sessions, how to set up your packages as well, how to go over the results and direct your clients to your particular health service or program. I'm going to show you how to make that tie in, because I want to really see what you're doing in your practice. I want to see maybe what you want to see more developed in your practice, what sessions are not working, what sessions are working, what you'd like to see further developed in your health practice. How long do you spend doing your sessions? What do you charge? So I'm definitely going to give you some feedback on that, how you can maybe make it better, how you can maybe make it more attractive, how you can market it, how you can explain it to your clients better so that they sign up and are more committed, and how to actually fit into the fit the AO scan and treatment into your practice as well. So I'm going to kind of take you step at a time and really put a plan of action for you. This is again Marcus, my dear friend in South Africa, who actually has a clinic as well for herbology. His wife is a herbalist. He's an ex-physiotherapist, and they run a full clinic of different wellness services.
Hey guys, Marcus here from South Africa. I just wanted to give you some feedback on our quantum resonance scan course. We have a practice in Johannesburg, South Africa. We have 3 registered and qualified quantum resonance scan practitioners. The quantum resonance scan has, or the scanner and the course has certainly changed our business. We're a natural healing business, and with a herbalist as an underbelly of our business. And I just wanted to commend David and thank David for his comprehensive course. The updated chapters in his book certainly are adding value, and I recommend that anybody wanting to improve their natural healing business should get onto David's course, get certified, and happy healing. Thanks everyone. Bye.
So yes, so I just wanted to encourage you, and for those of you who are really looking to expand your business, you'd like to increase your revenue, but also have a more comprehensive assessment tool that you can treat and scan people remotely, especially during these times where we're dealing with COVID and a lot of people are scared to come in person to you. And also it expands your client base where you can treat people, consult people on Zoom anywhere in the world. You know, you can expand your services to anywhere. Location is not going to stop you. Many people procrastinate when an opportunity comes into their life to help move their business forward and grow in knowledge and skill set to take their health business to another level. This course is only for those who are serious about becoming successful in their health business, to grow more in their day-to-day thinking of what's possible, for those who want to increase their quality of their service to another level, and also increase their revenue to 100% or more. If this sounds like you, I suggest you take action and go to our webpage. My website is vitalhealthlife.com. We're going to have that available here. After you've watched this, you can sign up for a follow-up course so that I can call you and we can find out exactly what your need is and what you'd like to do in your practice using this technology. So please reach out to us for those who are interested at vitalhealthlife.com, or sign up on the link that's provided and give us your contact information and we will follow up and give you a call. So yes, I look forward to talking to some of you and helping you go to another level in your health practice. Take care.